Hi, it's Özgür Can from Stockholm. Hey, Ozzy, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. This is your second time in Hungary this year. What do you think about tonight? What are your expectations?
Well, every time I've been here, it's always been a great party. So I actually checked out the club a little bit on the website, and it looks really nice. So I'm really looking forward to tonight.
Okay, what's going on with your label? You got a new label. What is it about, and what can we hear on this?
Well, the label is called My Disco Preset, and it's only 2 releases out yet. Third one is coming. What date is it today? Yeah, I think it's coming next week. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's basically I'm just releasing my own stuff to begin with, because I'm basically too lazy to send around, tracks like I used to before, and then I kind of want to have control over everything myself. So I did an album last year. There was supposed to be an album, but then, I'm not going to mention any names and something like that, but it didn't happen. So because fuck it. So anyway, so the tracks that are coming out right now are actually the tracks that were supposed to be on my album. So, but I'm releasing them as singles now instead. So yeah, that's what's going on.
Okay, I heard that's a little bit slower than actually the Sooner project was. So what is the tempo change about?
I've actually had that question before, that my music is getting a little bit slower. I don't know, it's probably that I'm getting old. It's the most common answer, I don't know, it's just, a few years ago I used to make tracks. I started around 126, 127, all the way up to 130. But then, I don't know what happened. I just, I got old.
You also like to mix this music, but in the clubs we don't really hear this kind of sound. What is it about?
Oh, you mean my chill-out mixes that I do? Oh, okay, you mean that? Oh, well, that's just the kind of music that I like to listen to at home, I mean, if you listen to techno all the time, you're gonna get, stupid. I mean, if I'm just at home relaxing, I like to listen to, relaxing, down-tempo stuff. Because when I wake up and, go to the studio and just chill out, I don't want to listen to, it becomes work, I like to separate the two things. I just relaxing music. It's like therapy for me. Yeah.
And are you planned, or did you actually plan this to make this kind of music to go further with the chill out music, or to keep processing this kind of music, what you're doing just now?
Maybe in the future. I have a few plans with a friend of mine that, we have this dream that we want to start like a rock band, but, it's just a dream. But you never know, not a rock band, but, we want to make like an alternative project, totally separate from dance music.
Maybe hip-hop?
Why not? I mean, I listen to a lot of hip-hop, but, I don't think I'm ready to take that step yet. But maybe in a few years, you never know.
What can you see in the present, how we are now, and what can you see that we're already playing for more than 10 years now? What changed between the music in 10 years?
Oof, that's hard. I mean, music is always changing, it always goes in trends, something new pops up, and, it's, you can't avoid it. But I don't know what's going to happen in the future. I mean, you never know. A few years ago, it was all about, when I started, getting my name out there, was all about, I was into progressive trance and, progressive house and that stuff. But, then I got sick of it. And then I started going back to my roots, because I grew up listening to techno, So I started, it got to the point where I got sick of what I was doing. So I started just digging up my old records and starting listening to that, and just, and then this whole minimal thing came and became really big, and then you just picked some good pieces from that, I don't really like minimal music in that sense, but, of course it has influence on you because it's everywhere, and then I just, started picking little bits of everything and just, yeah.
What are you pushing at the moment? So what is the future of Ozzy? I mean, the piece of Ozzy in this future?
If I knew, I would tell you. I actually really don't know what I'm doing right now. I've been in a little bit of a musical identity crisis, as you might call it. I don't really know what I want to do. That's why I haven't made so much music that I used to, because before you could see my name all over the place. I released, you know, at least one track a month, but I don't do that anymore because I want to be careful with what I put out, you know. And I have a lot of tracks at home that I've finished just laying around, but I don't really know what to do with them yet. So we'll see what happens. They will come out at some point, but I don't really know when and where. Probably my own label, because I'm going to be lazy and not send them around. But
what are your expectations about your own label?
I actually don't have any expectations. I just needed an outlet to put out my shit, you know. So instead of spreading around on 20 different labels, I have total control for everything myself, you know. But I mean, of course, I want everything to go well, and you know, the tracks to sell good, and just get out there, you know.
What can you wish for the Mixmag listeners and viewers all around Hungary?
I hope everybody around Hungary finds my label and enjoys the music, and thank you all for tuning in.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.